Welcome to the channel. It's Mazer. I have an amazing video. My friend sent me this image of a action figure titled Broly Mommy Milkers. Looking at the toy, you can see these protrusions coming out of his nipples being his milkers. At $65, it's an insane deal. I recommend you buy him. JK, what's really important here is that he has these nipple lasers. That's right. Nipple lasers. Those lasers are obviously because there's some copyright problems, and I guess they just wanted to do something that made it a little bit different to not get sued. But what's more important here is it's canon. This is canon. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that Dragon Ball has a lot of weird things that go on, and this might just be something that is not that weird? Settle down, buckle your seatbelts, because this is about to get freaky. Guys, Dragon Ball for a long time has introduced Ki in the most weird ways possible. Ki just works however you want it to. It's like magic, but slightly more grounded. Essentially, everyone has Ki from the get-go when they're born, but they can they can train, they can get more Ki over time, and it raises their power level. But what's most important is how they use it. You see, you can use Ki to fly. You can use it just as pure defense. You can also use it as attacks. And ladies and gentlemen, you can use Ki in so many ways that you might be surprised. One of the first, I think, good uses of Ki we see with Goku is actually Spear Explosion. It's one of his first, I want to say, like, attacks he uses and continues. Like, it's like one of his main attacks nowadays. The Spear Explosion essentially is just him using Ki and spreading out in all directions. It doesn't come out of his hands. It just comes out from literally everywhere. And then, of course, we have his main attack, the Kamehameha, comes out of his wrists, I guess you want to say, his hands. And you also have attacks like the Ki Blast, still hands, but then you have Frieza. Frieza has blasts that come out of his fingers. Fingers, guys. And I promise this comes back to Mommy Milker Broly. Keep your attention spans on for a little bit. This is only a 5-minute video. Anyways, finger blasts are also a thing. But let's go a step further. In the Frieza saga, we see Dodoria uses the Dodoria beam. I think so. I don't remember. I only know it from Xenoverse 2. But I promise I'm pulling up a scene of it happening now, if it happened. If not, I'm pulling up a different scene. Because not only has Dodoria used a mouth blast, but also Gotenks has used a mouth blast. You see, any orifice can be used as a place to throw out Ki. Which means that anything could be a Ki blast. Broly himself has used mouth blasts as well. In the Broly movie, we see him use mouth blasts. I don't know if DBZ Broly does it, but don't worry. He'll be coming into this soon enough. But of course, since Broly can use mouth blasts out of his orifices, well, out of his orifice, the mouth, obviously, that means that he could use it out of other holes. That includes the nose. That includes the nipples. And let's not forget, Broly in particular has an insane issue with Ki control. He has to expel energy. And honestly, I think we actually have visual representation of him using his nipples to blast. Look in this clip right here. As you can see, energy is coming out from all over him. And as you can see in this scene, the pillar of energy here, yeah. Do you think that's all coming from his hands? His mouth? His mouth isn't even open in the scene, I don't think. So, what does that tell you? That means Ki comes from everywhere, which would include the nipples. This scene is actually so canon that you wouldn't even have thought about it. The only problem in this entire piece is that it's the wrong color. Broly's Ki wouldn't be red. It would be green, which means if you were to buy the $65 figure and color the nipples green, you would end up having one of the weirdly most accurate Broly of all time, because Broly would have nipples that would shoot out Ki. Now, you could argue that other characters could have the same ability too, like DBZ Broly. He is also very much likely to do this, because he's also expelled Ki from all over his body. He has the same exact problem, which means he would also have mommy milkers, which means it is so in fact canon that DBZ Broly, while screaming out Kakarot, had his mommy milkers expelling green energy while in chase. That is food for thought. This video is longer than I thought it'd be. Anyways, Trap BBN is not only canon, but it's also a feat for Gogeta. That's right, we spin it back into making a Gogeta video. Guys, in Trap BBN, I'm showing you as much as I can show on YouTube without getting in trouble. As you can see, Gogeta's getting back shots by Broly in full power Super Saiyan, while Gogeta Blue, is in blue. Do you not understand the craziness of the situation? Broly is insane. There's no way he can control his ki. You can see the ki radiating from his body in this scene, which means there's likely ki radiating from everywhere, including the Nono Square. And while that Nono Square is doing its business with Gogeta, that means Gogeta's tanking it. No shield, no barrier. He's just raw dogging it. That means that Gogeta can withstand full power Broly. So you can make fun of Gogeta all you want for Trap BBN, but he's tanking it like a boss. So nibble on that, Vegito fans. But of course, I have just a little bit of a funny thing to tell you at the last bit of the video to make this around even 8 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. Guys, since ki can come out of literally every single place on a character's body, that means at some point in the universe for Dragon Ball Z, someone died from a really hard fart. Stay with me now, because in the anime, you can have a lot of ki, but not know how to use it. You can expel it in dangerous ways. Beerus, even though he's been trained by Whis, has used too much power and destroyed entire planets on accident. His sneezes can destroy planets. That means that if someone doesn't have enough ki control and accidentally releases ki from their buttocks, their bunions, not bunions, that's feet, but yes, that feet as well, someone could fart and destroy an entire human being. Imagine you're in line for an onion ring for some reason, and then this guy behind you, he toots, and you're in heaven. You're there. You're meeting Kami because it's Dragon Ball. And I guess you're meeting Kami, I guess. You're meeting somebody bad or good, most likely good though. And you're like, wow, how did I die? And maybe you're lucky enough that someone can explain it to you. He farted. He farted, and you have to explain now to everyone in wherever you ended up, heaven or the other world, hey, someone farted too hard. That's a crazy statement to say, but it's even crazier that it happened. And it's even crazier that is very possible. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, that is just a theory. A game theory. But also it's a food theory, because a lot of guys like to bite their toys. And this is obviously an action figure of Broly's Mommy Milkers. But it's also a film theory. But of course, we are talking about an action figure, and people like to pose them and just put them on. It's not an action figure, I think. It's actually just a figure. You don't actually, you can't pose it, I don't think. But the point is, it's also used for style, because you can just put it around and make your apartment look cool or whatever. Which means that's a style theory. Thanks for watching.